This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, I need to update this part a little bit. So, play some music. First thing is a little bit of music on the background. This is good enough, I guess. It's 58. Day 58, we would say. Pop out the chat. Lo-fi chill. Could say lo-fi. Hey, Pakoda. Welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? You just started. Yep. Just starting out. I'm setting up a few things so that I can work on this issue which I've been facing since morning. I'm upgrading the version of my app, but for some reason the app is crashing on a real device whenever it starts. And I was talking to Cursor and I found out the issue might be related to the app delegate file. Let's see. appdelegate.h has nothing. Wait, appdelegate.mm. So for some reason we're using Firebase here, and I remember last time I had done some things. It could be because of this configuration issue. I'm doing great. What about you? What are you working on today? Pakoda, I'm this month, like, one of the major target for me is to upgrade, like give a very big update for auto air reels, which is pending for last 4 months. And I also started doing content a little bit more aggressively. So what I'm thinking is to run more automations on auto air reels, like run more accounts or content pages. So currently I have to use a lot of editors. I'm thinking to have like an automation flow inside the auto air reels. So that is something which I'm building on. Himanshu, hello. Hi Himanshu, welcome to the stream. Also, I'm not feeling that great today. I mean, in terms of my health, I'm having a small cold. As you will notice, it's getting colder in Goa. Like, cold means around 20-22 degrees at night. There is no AC these days, and I just had an ice cream. Joshua, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Would you like to share what your strategy to make 1313 and how much time it took to reach you this milestone? It took me almost a year. To be honest, like the exact, like I crossed 1000 MRR 4 months or 4 months back. Before that, it was very low. I tweaked a little bit of marketing in terms of, like, I started doing a little bit of more content marketing and more talking to customers, like, who are using the app. And yeah, that's worked out and getting like good reviews. Share what are your strategies. So my strategy would be like, pick one thing, pick any project and just validate if people are paying for it. If people are paying for it, using it, talk to them. Why would they pay? What problem they're solving in their life that they feel this is worth paying for? And if you get a satisfactory answer, then just nail down on that feature or on that app. Just keep improve. Like for me initially, like I learned after 6 months, the main problem for my app was distribution. App was doing good, initial traction was fine, it's just that I was not able to find users for the app, so the top funnel was broken. So I fixed the top funnel for auto aerials, and then I moved to another projects. Like I have launched almost 7-8 projects so far, and I'm looking for the similar metrics to scale another project now, to cross like 1000 MRR, and just working parallelly on a couple of projects where I can move them to this 1k MRR stage. I'm also feeling cold. Oh yeah, if you are in north, I mean cold, it's been super cold compared to how it's been here. Pakoda, how many apps are live that you developed? Pakoda, in iOS there are 6 apps which are currently live, and another is this post handle web app which currently is being used. It's also one of the infrastructure backend for a couple of my apps. Then there is this AI sidekick backend, which is a complete AI workflow builder kind of thing which I built, and it's doing good so far. I mean, for me, for most of my apps, I have a plan to release it as a standalone service someday once I feel more confident about it. I recently, like last weekend, I found one use case which was a very critical use case which I fixed in it. So slowly, like once I fix all these use cases which I personally am facing, then I will make a landing page and open it for anyone else who wants to build like AI apps, but with a little bit of ease, so they do not have to spend as much time as I did. Sakib, hey, cool bro, what is your project? You should add in description in your project. Sakib, so I do work on multiple things. Like it depends what's my task for the day, and today I'm working on my older app which is auto AI reels, like AI reels video maker, and I have upgraded it to like iOS 26. I'm facing some build issues, and that's what I'm gonna fix today in this stream. We'll see how it goes. So this is the app. As soon as it opens, it crashes. So I have to figure out what's happening here. My launch in few days. Wow, I'm also coding from North India, Dharamshala. Oh wow, Dharamshala, one of my favorite places, man. Which part of Dharamshala are you in? I was there in this March, and I traveled to like Bhaksu. I was living near Bhaksu waterfall, a place called what was the place name? Taprai, yeah, that was the place name. Which part of Dharamshala are you in? Do you know about this place called Alt Space? I moved there. Even I have made a video about it on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen. Srinath, hello sir. Hello Srinath, how are you doing? Joshua, and I also developed a lot of app using TriAstro problems. Is that I get only initial boost, then visibility totally gone. Please tell how to solve this issue on App Store. Do I need paid marketing? Joshua, so this has been my learning for last 2 months since I'm publishing more apps. I've published 4 apps in October. It's mid of November. What I have noticed, exactly same thing which you are saying. There is initial boost and then it goes down, and that's been a thing for almost all the apps. Even when I released Auto AI Reels 1 year back, I was getting like 300 impressions weekly, and it got some boost, then it drowned down. What I did was I started sharing, like talking about my products outside App Store. I got like good reviews. I asked for good reviews. I was making more content like in the first initial months. Then I noticed as I got good ratings and good reviews on my app, it climbed a little bit, and then it started plateauing. It depends, like depending on your ASO, the kind of keywords you're targeting right on your app, it depends how many people are searching for it. So for example, right now my app is like plateaued at a point. I have to do a lot of ASO changes to move from where I am to on a higher version, and to reach there you can do a lot of ASO, like add more keywords onto your description, on your change your title, experiment like that. Or you can just bring more users from outside. You can do paid marketing, you can get ratings, you can talk about it, content creation, you can do all of these things. So as many people start using your app and give you rating, then these algorithms picks it up and starts moving you higher up in the rank. This has been my learning. Sahil Chadda, hey, I'm an indie maker myself and found your videos quite interesting. Your videography skills are amazing. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Sahil. And thank you so much for hanging around here on the live streams. Himanshu, are there any platforms where we can share our product? What kind of product you have? Like if you are starting to build a very first app, I would say just launch it on Product Hunt. That's a very good platform. Talk about it on Twitter, on your own channel. What else? There is a new platform which is Unit, but I think it's paid. But Product Hunt would do good. Like it will give you some initial customers or users who would give you some good feedback. Post about it on Reddit as well. In some good communities, do not spam. They ban. They like Reddit communities are very aggressive. You have to provide value only. Do not make it as an ad when you're posting about your projects. Sushi, do you not check your Twitch chat? Sushi, no, I don't. I tried checking last time. There was one troll, and then I thought it's not worth it. To be honest, like I want to remove my Twitch streaming very soon. It's just that I set it up with Restream long back, and now I'm in a stage where I do not want to go through that process again. So it's just, it goes to Twitch. I don't care. Like Twitch, I don't think like there is much audience there. Varun, hey Varun, welcome. Nice. So let me just check what's happening on appdelegate.swift. Is there appdelegate? Okay, I think what I'll have to do, I will have to remove these iOS and Android folders from here. Oh shit, no, delete them. And what I'll do here is npx expo prebuild them again. Abhinav, hey Abhinav, welcome man. How are you doing? Your case, what LLM did you use for UI? So mostly like I have written a lot of blog posts, and I talk about this on this stream as well. The most of the LLMs which I'm currently using is Claude Code, Kimi K2 and Cursor. And in Cursor I use Sonnet and Haiku. So these are the models. I recently started using Droid. I used the 5 million tokens which they gave me for free. I loved it and I wanted to pay for their services, but for some reason all of my cards got declined from Droid, which is a factory.ai. If you guys don't know, it's like best experience compared to, like, it's better than Claude Code. So what I did recently, for example, like I'll show you what I added today. It's I don't know if someone of you might find it interesting. So I use Claude Code, but I sometimes I use it with Kimi K2, and sometimes I just want to use the Sonnet and Haiku models. The problem is if you use Kimi K2, you have to update your environment files and then refresh it. So I wrote two functions on my shell. So I can say use Kimi. So if I use Kimi, it will use the Kimi model. As you can see, the Claude Code is using Kimi K2 turbo preview right now. And this will have the thinking on and thinking mode, everything, but the pricing will be super cheap. So for very quick task, I use Kimi K2. But if I have to use Claude Code, I have a use Claude command. So if I use Claude, this will, you can see this is using Claude Code, and I'm on a Claude Pro. So because Droid did not take my money, I moved to Claude Code, and I just subscribed to their $20 plan as well, because I'm loving using Claude Code. The only thing is their limits are too aggressive, and for that reason I sometimes have to move to Kimi K2. Let me check if cd iOS pod install. Indian audience on Twitch is almost zero. Yes, true. Shivanshu, hello. Green looking great again. Thank you, Shivanshu. Welcome. Long time no see. Joshua, I did ASO Well, even chose keyword using Triastro, which popularity is 35 and difficulty is 17. Wow, popularity 35. That's a goal of a keyword you've got there. Sorry. And app is related to productivity. I get 500 downloads just within 2 days, but after 7 days visibility gone. When you say visibility gone, can you tell me what numbers are you at? Like how many impressions are you getting? Because 500 downloads is a way too much, and I think that's because you hit a gold mine with that keyword. 500 download means if you even compare it with 3% conversion, or let's say a very good 10% conversion, that would give you like 5,000 impressions. So that's again really great keyword you have chosen there. And if you are getting decent like 1,000 impressions as well, which is good enough, because for a new app getting 1,000 impressions, you will never climb up very easily, that's for sure. So what Apple algorithm, in my experience, I have seen is they spike up. Apple checks your app on different parameters, then pushes you down in the rank because they have understood about your app now, and now it starts to be in that domain for a while. You will be in a silent zone where you can fix your app, talk to your initial customers, just keep improving your app for next 3-4 months, and then suddenly it will start going up again. And while this whole process happens, you do not have to get demotivated. Here is the thing where you have to be very consistent, giving updates, and still, because it will not be like you will not get any download. You will get few downloads, you will not get paid users for sure, but use those paid downloads or impressions which you are getting to get good ratings. Like, this is what I am also doing. This is what I have done previously with my app. It really works. So I mean, this is the only thing which we can do. Your kiss, and where to find good icons for Android apps for ideas. I mean, look at your competitors who are out there. Check their icons, what they are using, because good companies have already done a lot of A/B testing. You do not have to always find a very unique icon for your apps. Just do check your competitors, make something similar. These days AI helps a lot. Just talk to ChatGPT or any other image gen model, Nano Banana, and tell them like, I'm thinking of making something similar like this, and they will do a pretty good job. Varun, news of the day. First gen is IP powered silicon chip. China ban Nvidia, AMD, Intel chips in their AI and AI related things. They came up with their own chip. Oh yeah, I remember. Like I think they are not getting Nvidia chips, so they have done something on their own chips now. And Snapchat open source their app framework. Yeah, I don't know how valuable it will be. The one of the news which Varun I want to share is like, Arta AI, the Indian WhatsApp competitor. I think it's as we were talking about that in our stream earlier, that how it's gaining traction and all, and I told you guys like it does not have the network effect, so it will not stick for long. And that's what happened. Now this month I think it crashed to like 90% of the user base is gone, and they have also been kicked out of the whole top app charts where it was. Sad news, but well, obvious thing. Supporting chat is very hard. Any chat communication app. Sushi, Sonnet has to be the best for UI at this stage. Auto and Sonnet are on different levels when it comes to that. Using Auto for UI can't be more frustrating. Yeah, true. Like also, like my experience with GLM 4.6 for UI has also been great. It's super cheap compared to Sonnet. But yeah, UI works. Again, I do not give my UI completely in the hand of AI. What I do is I have some inspirations. I try to go with the smaller tweaks, what I really want in my app. Like I'm very happy with how this Auto AI Reels app came out. I have worked on all the components myself, slowly improving small tweaks, and it really worked. How much do you approximately spend on Sonnet every month? Not much. I am spending $20 on Cursor. This month I haven't exceeded the limit. So I am at, my limit will be exceeded. They gave me some message in the morning somewhere. So I think my limit will be exceeded on 19th. This is a good feature of Cursor. They give you like, this is, I'm estimating based on your usage, you will be limited on 19th. So 19th my Cursor limit is getting exceeded. So, and Claude Code, I am using it with their pro plan. I do not like, I paid like $20 for that. Most of the payment I do these days is to Kimiketu. I have like refilled it 2 times in 2 months, and I have paid like $30. So in total, I would say I'm paying around less than $100, like let's say in the ballpark of $60-70 on AI LLMs. JPEG, hey, hi JPEG. Long time JPEG, where are you? What are you doing? Himanshu, did you hear about Toon format? Oh yeah, that's super interesting and very like clever way. Even like I remember there was this JSON I was using on my timeline on post handle, that I was doing the similar thing to reduce my context length as well, because my JSON was so long. What I did was I passed it to an LLM first, and I said, hey, just remove every bracket and everything and summarize it in only on the key and value pair, and only keep the keys which are important. And then I was using that to talk to another LLM to implement that JSON. So I think Toon is doing the same thing. Like you technically remove every information which is not needed for the LLMs, because they worked on token method. We do not need those brackets, curse, braces and comma and all those things. So yeah, I get the idea why we need such formats. I mean, there will be many such formats will pop up soon, which will be around reducing the like improving, because I feel these companies know that we have reached to a plateau where context window cannot be improved unless you want to minimize its effectiveness, like LLM's effectiveness. So we have to now work on another, like we can solve this problem by solving a very different problem, which is reducing the context length by making it more concise, and Toon is one of the example of the same thing. Sushi, I use Claude Code in the cursor terminal and switch between Auto and Claude. Only use Auto for minor bug fixes. Nice. I technically never use Auto. If I'm on this cursor, I'm always on Sonnet or Haiku, and it works pretty good for me. Oh, they have removed Haiku from here now? What? Why there is no Haiku? Or am I blind? Haiku 4.5. Yes. What the hell? How could you remove these two? Yeah, and why are we showing? I do not want codecs. I just need 5.1. That's it. Sonnet I need. Composer sometimes when I'm like Gemini I never need. And Haiku, yeah, this is my, these are my favorites on cursor. For UI, the best way you can achieve what you want is with reference images and feeding documentation to the LLM. Yeah, true. I do that. Like whenever it's a complex UI, what I do is I go to Figma, I try to replicate what I want exactly, and just take a screenshot, pass it terminal cursor, and then I ask, hey, make exactly like this. 80% of the time it works with one shot. I fed the Apple design documentation to Claude Code. Oh, that's also smart, like feeding the whole Apple design documentation. Your case, I want Gemini 3, but not yet available. It's at this point, Gemini 3 is a meme in itself, like when it's coming. Hopefully it will come before GTA 6 now. The next meme is ready. Abhinav, how was your weekend? Hey Abhinav, a weekend was pretty good. Like yesterday I went to meet one of my friend. That's why like I made a whole video about it yesterday only. But yeah, very chill weekend. It was a needed rest, to be honest. Like I did not work on anything yesterday except for like shooting the video and editing it. Varun, do you use Kiro? Not yet. I used it initially when it was launched, but after that I haven't looked at it. Is it good now? Sushi, and many people try to one-shot apps when you are supposed to go one feature at a time to avoid bugs or fix them early. Yeah, I mean, this is a thing which I have noticed. Most of the people who are coming into the software development by looking at hype or what AI can do, they try to one-shot everything. They do not even want to write documentations on their features. Like they do not even want to tell their features in detail. And this is such a, I mean, I've been working on this AI coding for almost 2 years now, and I can feel like how badly it can turn out. Even if it's a complex feature for me, if I give AI that task, I'm 100% sure it will do it in a way it's like testable, but it's definitely not production ready. You have to tweak it in like 10 times and look at what it has done to make sure like it's production ready. There are very simple cases like which can be done one shotted in a way, but most of the complex features you definitely can't one shot at all. Your case, I used .edu Copilot Pro plan. That was a model Raptor Mini Ultimate Access, but not that good. Wow, what is that? I don't even know about it. I mean, no, Toon is currently not that good with complex nested data. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think it was released this week only. Maybe they will fix that in the next versions. But I like it. Like, obviously, anything which improves the context window, I'm all in. Varun, haiku is there, but cursor is showing GPTs in place of haiku. Yeah, sometimes this erodes a little bit of a trust on these IDs. Like for example, I have been using these models, I customized them once, and now suddenly they just added their own, removed what I was using earlier. This is a shady, dark pattern practice, I feel, where they want them to decide which model we should be using because we are lazy. They think like we will be lazy and will not go and add the model again. This is a dark pattern in software development. Varun, okay. Shubham, yo, hi Shubham, Sushi. Varun, when I'm working for projects from companies, they're using class-based implementation in Express too. Nice. Shubham, where are you, man? I saw your video. Nice. Thank you, Shubham. But when we use class-based, why not Nest.js? I mean, when Varun, I get that. Like those companies, I get why they are doing it. For example, my own backend services, I have just started with very basic Express because I did not wanted to go through the hassle of implementing a full Nest.js framework and handling all the dependency injections and all those boilerplates. Because my initial idea was very simple, to have just two small APIs, and that's why I started with Express. Then slowly that kept building, added one more, and now I'm at that point where I'm also having like multiple services which are running, which are like class based in a way, and there is like singleton pattern which I'm using on the backend on a couple of services. So now the backend service has grown so big that I can understand that at that point you can't just use file based system. You have to go and improve the architecture of the whole code base. Something again not looking great. What happened? Compile the build. What this means? Storyboard completion. The iOS build process trying to compile your splash screen storyboard but failing. Corrupted storyboard, missing resources. Ah, okay, I get it now, because there is no splash on our source assets. Reveal in Finder. I'm pretty sure there is no there is a splash. But in iOS, was this added? This is added. The warning not critical but can be ignored. Check the detailed build logs. So issue with the new architecture. Okay, we'll have to do a yarn. Varun, but I'm using the same dependency injection and coupling pattern in Express. Yeah, that's the point. Like now they have reached to a point where they have to have these things, and moving to Nest.js would take like a lot of technical depth for them. Like it will be a very big technical task to migrate from currently what it is to Nest.js. So I think that's why they are just going with the flow. And I get it. If it's a startup with a small team where the speed matters more than making things the right way, I mean, I can understand that kind of a compromise which the company is making. Yeah, pre-build. PX Expo pre-build. Hopefully this works. Mamir Bhawal. Hey, hi, Mamir. Yeah, wipe coding is real. Yes, to a point, I feel it's real. That ice cream after the dinner was a bad idea. Your case, iOS store publishing, why need subscription for every year? Google Play one time with less cost. Your case, I have a lot of opinions on this, and I feel iOS way is the right way, because the thing is, if you are paying in iOS $99, and if you are a serious developer, I'm pretty sure you will get that cost back easily. So you are paying $99 for a marketplace which is much more mature, much more restricted in a way, like nobody can spam it. Your apps has a chance to grow and get to users who really want to pay for those apps, and the quality control which Apple maintains, I feel that $99 is worth it. But whereas I have seen how this was a big mistake by Google Play, I feel, when they started just pay $25 and get an account and post anything. We have seen the era of how spammy the App Store was. Like you had crazy spammy apps, and what that led to Google creating their own AI, like AI automations where they just ban accounts. I have been a victim of that ban on Google Play, where I was playing with the rules, but still these automated systems flagged my account and they just banned me. Day before yesterday only, I found one email. I'll show you, from Google Play. Like I was just cleaning one of my old account, and I found this email. I want to show you guys. You see, they suspended an app which I worked on for almost like 3-4 months, and this app was generating 3000 MRR. And you see, the app bundle was 86, so I have given like 86 versions to this app on Play Store. It was working fine. And why they suspended my app? Because we found your app is using a non-compliant version of Vungle SDK. Now Vungle is a video ad platform SDK which I had in my app. They emailed me, which was the basic update email. Hey, update the Vungle SDK, it's not in a some. And I was traveling that time, and after, when I came back and I saw this email, like, your account has been suspended. Now, why did they allow Vungle SDK? Why Vungle? Like, it's a fault of Vungle as well. They did not tell us. And Vungle is very, I don't know if Vungle exists now, but Vungle was a huge video ad platform back then. Yeah, I think now it's yeah, Vangal is gone now, but Vangal was a huge deal back then, right? When it was in 2020. And from 2014 to 2020, like those 4-5 years, every other app was using Vangal. There were no rewarded ads, video ads on Google, like right now we have in Google Ads. Only Vangal provided such video ads. So, but they had some SDK issue and they suspended my app. As a mature platform, what iOS would have done, iOS would have just removed my app, gave me some warning like until you update your app is rejected. But they suspended my app, which means I cannot, like, all the ratings, all the work, everything where the app was ranking is just gone. I have to start from scratch. I have to just publish another app with a new package name and start from zero again. And this is why that $25 plans which they share, which brings a lot of developers and spammy developers, they spam their system and then they have to build these stupid automations to just flag everything which seems a little bit suspicious. And yeah, that's why I moved out from Google Play long back. I thought like it's not worth the time. Varun, nowadays I am in a stage where I am learning how actually a production level application and important of rate limiting accesses HTTP parameter pollution. Nice, Varun. This is a really nice learning. Like once you learn all these things, you will implement in all your projects. Chances are you will face less hard time. Shubham, 3000 MRR is in dollars. Yeah, Shubham, it was in dollars. Duplex, if it was generating 3000 MRR, why haven't you published in title? It was generating like back in 2020 when I was not even an indie hacker. I was working for another companies. I was working like on a full-time job, and this was something which I was building on the side. It was my side project, and I might have talked about it somewhere, maybe on X. I was not very open on as a content creator back then. There has been a so there has been many eras of for me where I have worked on such small projects which made a decent amount of money. Before this, there was another era back in 2015 or 2016. I was publishing very small apps. I'm not very proud of those apps as well. And those were like for Apple, Android used to provide their wallpaper SDK. It was not a wallpaper SDK. Basically, your app can bypass the wallpaper. Wallpaper means the slider window which you open. Like for example, if I'm in iOS, you see this screen which I slide. So in Android, your app can hijack this. Hijack means they had an API where you can hijack it. I don't know if it's available now. So most of these apps which used to provide these screen scrollers or screens used to do is they will remove your wallpaper and they will show themselves. So whenever you open the app, their app will be shown and then you have to slide it. So what I did was back then I built zipper lockers. Zipper lockers is there's a zip in the middle and you have to zip it down. So it used to animate like a zipper is opening and then your phone used to open. I just made it for fun. My idea was I wanted to make my Android phone in a way, like I was a big fan of Spider-Man movies and I wanted to make an app which I do this, like flick like a Spider-Man and a spider used to go on top, scroll it down. So this was the animation which used to happen, like a web used to go top and scroll down the screen, which was so fun for me. I launched it. That app failed, like it did not generate any revenue. And then I moved to like making these zipper screens and they picked up. I don't know, like girls were using it. And then I monetized it with ad. That app was generating the collection of apps. I had like multiple themes on that channel for these apps, and they were generating somewhere around 300 at one point. They were generating $300 a day for a couple of weeks, and it was just because of ads. And then again, Google Play came into the picture and they saw like I'm using the same code base to make multiple theme pages, and they said this is against their spam policies. They again suspended my account. So yeah, I've been a victim of Google Play multiple times. That's why I hate it a little bit. To be honest, like I went to a Google, like I was invited because my portfolio was really good, and I was invited to in India, in Gurgaon, in Google's headquarters, where they invited multiple app developers. I went there. I met the Google Play marketing head of Asia divisions. She came from Singapore. I told them that issue, like if any developer, like as a developer, I don't feel very comfortable on your platform because I don't know when my account will get banned. Like where I don't know when you will suspend my apps for some silly reasons, and I'll have no idea what or how I can fix that, because your automation system doesn't go through a person, it goes through an automation layer which just rejects everything. And she said we are working on it, and I told her like, hey, you can just simply allow developers to at least give them one chance to fix the issue which you are saying, instead of just suspending their account 100% with very minor issues. I can understand if it's an infringement issue or if it's a huge, oh wow, the app is working now. Perfect. So I have to just fix the React Native fast image issue. We'll be using the normal Expo image for that. We can remove this image. It's a resize mode. What is the resize mode in here? Content fit placeholder. Yeah, I think this is it. Hey Blinken, welcome man. How are you doing? Your case, what ad networks you're using right now? I'm not using any ad network. I'm not planning to add any ad for now, at least for next couple of months. But yeah, once I have a decent, rating on my apps where I feel okay, I'm at a comfortable stage, the keywords have picked up, and I'm at a decent impression where the visibility is improved, then I am planning to have a rewarded ad system where I can give users some free access without subscribing to the apps, so that I would not have to pay the API AI cost from my pocket for free users, basically, so that they can still use the app, but on a limited amount where I generate the revenue from rewarded ads. And in that case, I will be using the Google reward ad. That's at this point, I think that is one of the best. Shubham, bro, let's say you are 19 and then you get 15 lakhs a year. How will you go about tax thing and stuff? I mean, so tax laws, I'm not the right person to talk about tax and all these things. There are like better people than me. Oh, the music today is a little melancholic. No, but as a freelancer, I will come in the bracket for sure. I mean, as a freelancer, you are working as a contractor. So technically, how the law goes is, as a contractor, you have to pay tax on the 50% of your revenue, which would be whatever your 50% amount is. So for example, if you're earning 15 lakhs, you are liable to pay tax on your 7.5 lakh. So technically, if 7.5, again, not a legal advice, man. Like talk to your CA or some lawyer regarding this. But that's how it works. As a contractor, you have to pay tax on 50% of your income. I like the music. Uh, Shubham, and you have a very similar type of work. So how? Like, do you go to CA? Yes, talk to a CA. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Thanks. Sam, AI plus finance talks now. Nice. Sam, not at all finance. I'm the I'm the worst person to talk about finance. Hey Sam, how are you doing? Long time. Oh shit, I have to fix this screen a little bit more because currently in this new version I don't think there is so I will have to fix this thing. Also, download resumable would not work. Yeah, this will not work. So we'll have to fix this separately. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Reload. What now? Which file? Index. Index.tab. Is there any empty channel which I added? Let's remove this. My screen is visible, right? Yep. You okay? Fix. What API did you use, or just inside the process? I so the backend on that Pixfix is my own backend, which is it's using. But if you're talking about which model I'm using a mix of models there. It's using Recraft, Flux, and there is another one. There's a fine-tuned Flux version. I also tested it with Nano Banana, but it's getting a little bit more expensive. But for now, like there is a fallback to Nano Banana if nothing goes bad. And all these things are super easy because of the kind of backend which I have made with the AI Sidekick, which I'm pretty sure gonna launch as a service in itself, where updating all these models or experimenting with them, doing A/B testing, credit system, this becomes super easy. Sam, I was near your house yesterday, was helping her. Thought I'd drop by, but I didn't want to catch whatever you had all recorded. Yeah, Sam, I'm fully recovered. I fully recovered last week only. I started to, I resumed my gym and all. But yesterday I was not at home. Yesterday I went to meet a friend near Ibandar. Felt cute, my day. It's crazy. Copy. Okay, all other issues are fixed, but now getting this. What might happening here? Can you please me understand? Don't code anything. I have to specifically ask Claude to don't code anything because Claude is like a crazy kid. It will go and ruin everything for me. Apple authentication library is trying to import prop type. I don't need Apple authentication. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. Yarn add prop type. Will it fix now? What happened? Now what? Why are we even using export tracking transparency? We should not be talking about this. So there are not just one, there are multiple errors which are happening. We'll have to fix this. Shubham, check DM. Okay, what's happening on DMs? Oh, Varun shared this, the Snapchat's new framework. Is it to build like cross-platform apps? Is a cross-platform UI framework that delivers native performance without sacrificing developer velocity. Write your UI once in declarative TypeScript and it compiles directly to native views in iOS, Android and macOS. No web views, no JavaScript bridges. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So if this really works, then technically what it is doing is compiling directly to native views. So it's also like removing that layer of what the major problem of React Native is, where the JavaScript engine talks whatever it needs to draw. Whereas in this platform, we are just writing in TypeScript and it's compiling it. So your app doesn't have to run a JavaScript engine. There is no bridge. It's technically a native app. But in this case, I'm thinking how would the SDKs would work. How many stars are there? I like it. I like this approach. Wow, 10,000 stars already. This is good actually. This is really good. Has been widely used. So this is widely used, but I don't think I don't know, like I would not jump into this. Anyone who is just starting out can, because once you start using these things, then you will find out the bottlenecks on the platforms or these frameworks. And if you are too deep into the whole code base which you have worked and you have stuck at a point, then it becomes very hard. So until good apps are built around this, where teams with high monetary load, high engineering power are using it, and they have like talked about all the issues, then I would start using it. But it's a really good idea. I mean, I don't think it's a new thing, which I believe Trey has, not Trey, what was the other one, by ByteDance, they have tried something similar. And now Shubham has shared something, I remember. Shubham is sharing memes. Self-taught dev seeking interviews for entry-level tech positions. currently the situation is like this on the job market, guys. Hello, can you print out 3D model for few persons? Okay. Mm. Blinkin. I posted the link to my beta test platform for my app in the Discord, and I have also been pushing it on social media. Nice, Blinkin. I saw your project. Like, it's for full blown e-commerce, like web app. Amazing job. Like, so many features and so many UIs on that. Kudos on the launch, and I'm like all the best on your launch and your marketing. Shivam, let's do this outside some company. Guarantee job. Blinkin, trying to get users to push all the buttons to find bugs and such. I did try to click on few buttons. I don't know if you got some logs from that. I saw your message, so opened it on my phone. Even says wipe coding in future needs too much cost for LLMs. Wipe code in future need too much cost for LLMs. What do you mean by that, Yokis? You're a kiss. Okay, you're cannot find native module for export tracking transparency. We can just remove this. Export tracking transparency. And expo tracking. Let's remove this. And permission, export tracking transparency. Sorry. I hope this would work. Wow, the app is working. It's just that it's throwing some errors. What happened, bro? Plugin failed to resolve plugin for export tracking transparency relative to do you have node modules installed? But I have already removed it. Oh, I forgot to save this. Now there are some issues on here. Legacy file system. I am getting this error. Can you check what is happening and what is a possible solution for this? Don't code, tell me. Blinkin, coming up with a social media marketing material for it is terrible, but since I'm doing it solo, I have to do everything. Yes, man. That's a one-man army job. Your case, Play Store big problem was need 12 phones or tester for 14 days. That's I don't know why they are doing it. Like, that's one of the most stupid thing I have found out on Play Store. I created a new account and then they asked me that. I never did that. And luckily I have an old account on Play Store. I published my app Auto Reels using that on Play Store. But what happened was people, I don't know what's with Android users, man. Like, some Android users will go any length so that they do not have to pay for anything. I was giving one free credit to the users for using the app. What they did was they were using custom ROMs, so there was no way to track they have used their like their one credit limit, and they just were uninstalling the app, installing again, uninstalling the app. So one guy created like 100 videos in a day by this method of, like, we can say hacking or figuring out a loophole in the process. And then when I fixed that, they found another way. Like, I don't know what they did. They're using broken OSs, and I mean, just to save a couple of bucks, Android users might go to any length. And I felt like this is not the right time to do this chase of catching up the loopholes. I thought it's better to just keep it to iOS now. I'm Harshil. Hey there, how's everything going? Harshil, welcome to the stream, man. Things are going pretty good, Harshil. How are you doing? Deprecated method expo file, delete sync with expo SDK. The file system has improved. What this error occurs here? Possible solution, use legacy. This is the quickest fix. Migrate to new API recommended. Long term, use the new file. This is more modern. Refactoring your code to use the new object-oriented API instead of functional API. Where to look? Expo file system. Where are we using Expo file system? Expo file system. Right. So we are technically using it only in this file. Show video screen. We are only using this here. Looking at the code, what is the best recommended solution? Yokis, how you get multicolors in codes? You mean on this? Like I have my own like theme, customized theme. I'm using a Dracula customized theme because I was an Android developer. I used to love Android Studio so much. Most of my like many years from 2013 to 2017 or 18, I was looking at the same exact colors on Android Studio. So what I did when I moved to VS Code, which was a hard decision because I was in love with Android Studio. I mean, I don't know, like I got so used to looking at this kind of colors. So what I did the first time I started using VS Code, I couldn't understand what I'm doing. So I sat for a day, just added all the colors which I need. And since then, even now, like it's been so long, I don't even know how to now update these colors. Like I do not want to move to other theme. And I keep it like this. 0 degree. Hey, 0 degree. How are you doing? I'm also starting a video stream inspired by you. Awesome, 0 degree. Looking forward to it. Share the link when possible. Best recommended solution. Since you are only using this in one file and you are using relatively simple file system operation, just downloading and recommend option 1. Use the legacy, minimal code changes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Going to live now. Awesome. Awesome. All the best. Show video screen. What has been changed here? I'm Harshil. So you published that theme as extension or you changed it locally? Everything is locally. Never published this. I don't know if anyone would want this kind of colors, to be honest. Was it this simple? They just moved to legacy only we are using. Okay. So if I refresh it, I'm still getting this error. I am still getting the error. Sam, Dracula out, cat pitching in. Try that. It's better than Dracula. Send your app as well. Oh wow, thank you, Sam. Let's look at today's app. Copy. Sam's app of the day. So this is Sam's app of the day. Let's look at it. So this is a business name generator. Wow, I'm interested. Name style: auto, brandable, evocative, compound words, non-English words, real words, alternating, short phrase. I would say brandable names. Next, select generation randomness. Medium. Brand keywords. Add any keyword that may be related to your idea of business. Let's say if I'm making for auto aerials, right? AI video generator. An iOS app which creates viral videos, viral short form videos. Generate. Will it use like AI or is it just in what? It is giving like proper logo with stitch. I like the first option. Shooter. This is also good. Go viral, no. Hypervid, viral more, cloney vid word, AI vid. I think there is an app already, AI vid pang. Shootus, Clipify. Vismo, Viralex, Generavid, Windu, Loopies. Oh shit, I recently downloaded an app which called Loopies. I was just checking some competitors in this domain. Let me open that app and see if it was... No, it was Loops. It was not Loopis, it was Loops. Tic Tac, Widly, Realify. I like this. This is a good app. Thank you, Sam. This is really good. I'll put it on the bookmark. Business name generator. This can give some good ideas, and it's really helpful for like searching for domain names for your apps. I like Shooter. I really like this name, Shooter. Awesome. Yarn start, expo start, C. Okay, clear. It's still same. It's still same. Can you please move to the newer version, as we are only using this in this single file called show video screen? We can do that migration. Okay guys, I think it's time. I'll be closing the stream. We'll see you guys tomorrow. But yeah, it was fun. Something has been done. I was about to sleep, to be honest, today. I was feeling so tired. But it was good. Something like this. Otherwise, this would have been the task for next morning. But now things are looking good. The newer version migration is happening to iOS 26 on a very old app, which has not been updated for last 4 months now. And I can give some those classy effects into the app as well. Cool. Thank you everyone for